are underway in kickball called, and you can see and ball.
I mean, it was so
Obviously, play for the Fever. Foul trouble in games 1 and 2. Smith barges inside.
she's double teamed.
First start through the first few free throws. Out, Ty Harris a three. Clark step back three. Misses badly though. And
Indiana Bigs need to box out against Connecticut.
Clark, every one of her threes this season has been. Jones,
because she needs to be looking for her shot.
That Clark talked about with us. Mitchell, no look. In on Jones and flips it in. Katie Lou Samuelson got it back and got fouled. If she ever got tired and she ran the floor, you'd spend a lot of energy. Kind of trouble on the glass in the early 2 to shoot. Leans in. Thomas lead. Clark a three. Goes to the reverse. You know, she entered, can't flip it in, gets it back. Clark. Bonner's jumper. Squeezes it to Clark. Clark gets hit.
Yes, it is.
Is it good comparing, especially for a rookie who was her post player for a couple years?
8 points in the corner.
That a screen, you know.
Yeah, nice look inside. And barging inside, she travels.
Double the number of field goal attempts.
Already has 4 offensive rebounds. While she does, with the Fever, both as an assistant and then as a head. There's Boston swooping.
Does a really nice job as a group.
That extra energy. These games, please go to wnba.com. 3 will pull on the 2. Tiffany Mitch looking for more. And
goes in strong, gets fouled, gets.
We were asking her up that long.
She can't.
The good look at it 3.
They're looking offensive set than the ones we saw.
So quick. Burst to the assistant scorer in this league. Bonner has to hoist the handle, trying to get it back.
She didn't get it either.
A steal. Mitchell. Nearly another steal instead of back Benley, and we have seen it. Bit back now. Looking for an angle. Elevate. Kicks. Corner 3. As they erase a knock. Sent us to a wonderful place. Here's Clark back in. It's a tough task. Smith.
Alyssa Thomas, a hard one to try
here and played in a tough league.
Guard. Here's Mitchell, a long jumper. Going through traffic. Clark. The jumper. Friendly bounce. But a friend. Back Benley. Smith, Boston, Wallace with a 5 for Connecticut. Bonner. Cleaned up and ready to go. Yeah, with no subscription with Clark, step back 3. Games every night. Boston. Here's Bonner, baseline jump. Here's Clark. Boston into the paint, spins.
Needed to quickly slip and Caitlin play with one another. We already see how much.
Smith rims it. Thomas the turn and the fit.
Had the size advantage inside.
Tiptoes, kicks, knocked away by Boston. Gets it back, deflected. Samuelson's jumper.
They are like with red meat. They are.
Clark is down. Caitlin is. Holly, what do you got for us?
She told us that it felt tight, that maybe she just didn't, and go back into the tunnel. So initially,
Mitchell busting inside. Bonner a deep 3. Way only Sabrina Ionescu hit more. Boston turns and clear the cheers from the crowd. That's because Carrington behind the back at Boston.
Dejanay back to that at the other end.
Here, I'm learning a lot after an off season.
They do, and they know what she wants to.
passes that rolled out of bounds. She has been really.
That's good news, Hal. Thank you very much. Under 3 to go. They give the go. And Carrington off to an excellent Bonner a 3. Missed that. They're competing to be on Team USA. For my points off my defense for this season.
Players just want to be on the floor.
Joel a 3. Since returning from
Connecticut is just extraordinary.
Lobbing it inside.
They just want to get up and down.
We'll let it fly. Mitchell with 10 points. Gifting, dancing, and out. Harris can't even
off a game where they went 2 for 20.
Smith gets the knock. Hey, coming up.
Grown women of the week.
Harris pull-up jumper.
Speed out of the tunnel does not appear to be limp. Left ankle, keep your eye on it.
All right, good. And missed free throws here for Bonner. Also, one left leg just kind of give out. In there now, Mitchell throws it away. 18 points, 9 rebounds in the first half.
Obvious and elicit physicality and contact. Yes.
Thomas one with Jones. Boston unable.
The guards would come in and dig, and it's helped.
For tonight, came into this game. Thomas barrels in. Balls. Well, Jones a couple of games ago. Their arms got locked up for a moment. The fake forces it up. Connecticut. Carrington lays it. You saw. Search what you see using the Nissa Smith gets the roll. And sheds it. Thomas hits.
Start that third quarter. You finally had.
Lets it fly. And back to 8 for Connecticut. Gets a clean look and knocks it down. Thomas, the C's part, and flings it into the corner. Mitchell, point. Connecticut lead. Indiana's in the season opener. Just it in beautifully to Bonner. Bonner with 15. There it is as Bonner hits the first. As Bonner hits both.
Right now for Bonner.
Mitchell in the corner. It's 9. Indiana led at the half, but sat most of the second. Benley will pull.
She may be shooting a higher pass. Has been outstanding.
Jefferson gets it off.
And she said Temi Bentley's 30-19, so she is young and energetic.
Well is the veteran. She fouls as Thomas down the floor beautifully to Bob. Trying to make that first week MVP. Benley, good footwork. Carrington lines it up. After my dad.
Ryan.
Benley completes the game. Benley with 7 in the Carrington cutting through. Got blocked. Given some space. Unable. And Thomas flips it up and off. To shoot. Cuts in and gets to go with 9 points. Carrington makes the first.
Said if she can remain disciplined on Dejanay has taken a new step.
At Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Carrington, 2 to shoot. The pull-up is Benley didn't have time for that halftime deficit into a 9-point lead.
What was your message coming?
Our offense got to get stopped.
Twin Connecticut looking to improve. Ty Harris in and out. Lane got fouled by Harris. Nice look inside. Point deficits. An assist and do fall. No. Wheeler, her jumper is good, but she didn't travel either.
No.
Right. And gets the roll to Smith. Smith, dribble from the logo. Spins it off to Smith, who's out of. Last year, it took until. That is the. Bonner can't.
Career at Iowa. This
Smith. A logo 3 a moment ago to the season. Carrington can't. Carrington hits the first.
33 feet.
Wheeler, Bonner, 19 points for Bonner. Leans in, pulls up, and gets fouled. Free throw.
Well, guys, we had an interesting chat with the Fever team for 22, don't know, but 22 days in. That
Benley, who lays it in. Fever leading by 4. Bonner, Harris, connect. Clark's going to foul Harris. And gives a transition take foul. And then got a tee afterward. I don't know. Back-to-back steals from Thomas. Joe, a 3. Banks it in. And Harris a chance. And does. Clark. Wallace's jumper is good. 1 point, Sun lead. Want to go under on her. That's what wraps inside and serves it. And we will have a jump. Clark lays it in. It's Thomas. Bounces to Bonner and lays it in. Trying to get it back to Clark. Boston ties it. About a 5-second defeat and a whistle. Timeout. Now being told you can sub. Clark subs back in. On go. Indiana without time. Boston through the lane.
If you know both defenders are going to go
Tonight hits the makes them both in, but Connecticut hangs awkwardly and missed a 3 on Aaliyah Boston. Free throws here for Bonner. Also 1 midway through that second for Clark. You see that left leg just kind of give out. So she's back in there now. Mitchell throws it away. Bounces into Thomas. Had 14 points, 9 rebounds in the first half.
Between these two is just obvious. And Alyssa, I mean, we talked about physicality and contact.
A Fowler, don't let her also make it.
Yes.
Thomas. Here's Boston one-on-one with Jones. Boston unable.
Where they would sometimes send help, or the guards would come in and dig, and it's help to come.
Boston 2 of 6 from the floor tonight. Came into this game to ever do so. Thomas barrels in. Saw Boston get into it with Jonquel Jones a couple of games ago. And their arms got locked up for a moment. Alyssa Smith, the fake, forces it up. And Thomas off and running for Connecticut. Carrington lays it
Ready in this game.
Like a fit you saw, search what you see using the new Indiana out of the timeout. And Alyssa Smith gets the roll.
Able just to get a bit closer to the hoop.
Smith, who comes with the help. Carrington sheds it. Thomas hits.
Showed signs of their youth and immaturity to start that third quarter. You finally had it on the defensive end.
2 to shoot. Bonner lets it fly and hit
As well.
And the lead back to 8 for Connecticut. They led into the corner. Mitchell gets a clean look and knocks it down for Kelsey Mitchell. Thomas, the C's part, and 20 points for Thomas. And Boston flings it into the corner. Mitchell. 7-point Connecticut lead. Indiana's points off 25 Indiana turnovers in the season opener. Jump. Thomas floats it in beautifully to Bonner. Bonner with 15. There it is. And free throws here for Bonner. It's the first in for Connecticut. As Bonner hits both.
The free throw line, 17 points right now for DeWanna Bonner.
For Indiana. Mitchell in the corner. Connecticut has matched its largest lead. It's 9. Indiana led at the half of the first. Has not scored since, but sat most of the second. Working behind Fagbenle. Will pull. Can't hit. It's admitted she is given tonight.
She may be shooting a higher energy, especially on the offensive glass, has been outstanding.
Tonight. Jefferson gets it off.
And today, the GM of this organization, and she said Temi Fagbenle's 31. She's only played in Great Britain since 2019, so she is young and energetic.
One of the things Christy Sides loves about her as well is the veteran. She had more. Sylvia fouls as Thomas can't hit the 3. Thomas flings it down the floor beautifully to Bob. She's trying to make that first week MVP. Going to take Thomas. Fagbenle, good footwork. Third quarter for Connecticut. Into the corner. Carrington lines it up.
What's your middle name?
Peter, after my dad.
Ryan.
Fagbenle completes the 4-point game. Fagbenle with 7 in the. Here's Carrington cutting through, got blocked. Here's Wheeler giving some space, unable. Along with Dufall. And Connecticut had built the lead back up to 9. Thomas flips it up and off. He's gonna go. Carrington, 6 to shoot, cuts in and gets the high 8 rebounds in this game to go with 9 points. Carrington makes the first.
With that has come discipline. Her coach said if she can remain disciplined on 2 personal fouls here through 3 quarters, Dejanay has taken a new step.
18 fans here tonight at Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Opener. Carrington, Harris, 2 to shoot. The pull-up is Clark doesn't have much time. Gives it up. Fagbenle didn't have time for that pack in. Turned a 3-point halftime deficit into a 9-point lead.
The ball, we're making them work for everything.
What was your message coming?
Right now, everything, our finishes, our offense, got to get stopped.
Fourth quarter, Indiana seeking its first win. Connecticut looking to improve Preseasons. Ty Harris in and out. Into the lane, got fouled by Harris. Nice look inside. They have now twice erased 9-point deficits. Thomas has 20 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, and Duval, no. Thought about pulling, instead finds Wheeler. Her jumper is good.
She get fouled?
I don't know, but she didn't travel either.
No,
yeah,
no.
Right. Harrington leans in and gets the roll. Off to Smith. Smith dribble. Wheeler finds Clark from the logo. Boston spins it off to Smith, who's out of home games from Indiana. Last year, it took until... That is the... Bonner can't...
The course of her college career at Iowa. This crap.
Wheeler to the corner. Smith. A logo three a moment ago. Trying to pick up their first win of the season. Harrington can't. Alyssa Smith. Harrington hits the first.
Feetage, just under 33 feet.
Blocking.
Oh, wow.
Wheeler. Here's Bonner, 19 points for Bonner. Harris leans in, pulls up, and goes around her. Clark leans in and gets fouled. Free throw. Holly?
Well, guys, we had an interesting chat. We've only been together as an Indiana Fever team for 22. The experience to close out a game like this, don't know, but 22 days in, that is
Clark bouncing to Fag Benley, who lays it in. 4 minutes to go in the fourth. Fever leading by 4. Off to Bonner in the corner. Harris connect. Here's Harris, and Clark's going to foul Harris. Turns it over, then gives a transition tape foul. And then got a tee afterward.
Did she sort of say it to the ether?
I don't know. Crowd. Back-to-back turnovers from Clark. Back-to-back steals from Thomas. Gives it up. Mitchell a three. Here's Jones. Harris on the drive. Banks it in. And Harris a chance. And does. Out of the gates this season. Clark battling. Wallace's jumper is good. 7-0 Connecticut run. 1 point Sun lead base. Harris, you don't want to go under on her. That's why. Points. Mitchell wraps inside and serves it in. Down that has it taken away, and we will have a jump. Here's Mitchell. Clark, 5 to shoot. Clark lays it in. 82 all. Here's Thomas. Ball back to Thomas. Bounces to Bonner, who lays it in. You know. Instead, it's Fag Benley trying to get it back to Clark. From Boston. Hits her. Boston ties it. Thomas letting the clock wind. About a 5-second difference. Thomas through the lane, and a whistle is... on a reset timeout. Check that. We are now being told you can sub. Our apologies. Clark subs back in on 11.3 to go. Indiana without time. Boston turns the corner. Boston through the lane.
Really well designed play, though. The fake handoff. You know both defenders are going to go.
She's 6 for 10 from the line tonight. Hits the... Thomas makes them both. Anna flirts with their first win, but Connecticut hangs